Welcome back to my channel, guys. So today we have this USB flash drive that a customer brought in to see if we can retrieve the data. She has a bunch of documents and important files on it that she really needs, and she asked us if we could help. Looking at the initial inspection, we can see that the housing on it is kind of broken. It just kind of snapped off, but what's really important is how it looks on the inside. The outside doesn't really matter. As long as the board is intact, we can still try to retrieve the data. Just from looking inside, I could see one of the pins ripped off from the board, and hopefully that's really all that there is to it. If there is more damage inside, let's say to the NAND chip, it would be definitely a big problem, and it's something most likely I wouldn't be able to do. So let's get right into it and take this USB flash drive apart. I try to pry up on it and see if it just comes out, and it does just slide out as easy as that. It didn't take any effort at all. Now looking at it, we can see that the one pin has ripped off. When I say ripped off, it just means ripped off from the board. So that means there is no trace anymore for it to connect to. And we're going to take a closer look under the scope. The first thing I do is use my multimeter in diode mode to check for continuity on the pins themselves. What continuity is basically the two probes that I'm using. It sends a little bit of voltage through them to see if the lines are connected, and the multimeter will beep stating that the lines are connected. So you can find that a lot using diode mode on the multimeter if you're looking at a PCB board or a logic board without a schematic. Now I'm not using a schematic, but from common knowledge I am testing for the ground pin, 2 data lines, and the VCC main power pin as well. So looking at the flash drive under the scope, we can see that the first pin is totally ripped up and the other pins are actually still intact. How that happened, I'm assuming that she went to go take it out of the computer or whatever she had it in and kind of pried downward, and so it kind of put a lot of pressure on the USB flash drive stick, and also it damaged the first pin that you see there. If we're looking at the board from left to right, the first pin would be the main power pin, then you got the 2 data pins in the middle, and then you got ground all the way to the right. There's only 4 pins on this USB flash drive, and all of them are important for it to work. So what I'm doing now, I'm just probing around again, just double checking everything. That first pin, it looks like it connects to the resistor, and then it goes straight up into the NAND chip that's above it. The other pins are important as well, but obviously you can see those 2 little lines, the 2 pins in the middle, you can see those lines that go into it. They kind of curl around and they are connected to those. But if you trace those back, it'll go straight to the NAND chip that is on the other side. So right now I'm just checking to see if that point is also connected, and it is. So those 3 points that you see there are all interconnected, and I could actually use a trace from either one of those to run a jumper and get this thing going again. It really was a clean break how it ripped up, and it didn't take the resistor with it. So we can actually work on this, and it should be a relatively straightforward, easy fix. Now I'm going to put some flux on the pin and the resistor, and I'm going to jump both of them. So what I'm doing now, I'm using a small copper wire about almost the thickness of your hair, a hair strand. So you can imagine how thin these are. I'm going to use a pair of scissors to cut it, and we're going to use some tweezers to guide it towards the one side of the resistor, and we're going to solder it to that so it makes a nice connection there. Dealing with things these small, usually you need a lot of patience and also some steady hands. I've trained my hands to be steady, but sometimes they do shake and it could be kind of difficult getting something in place. So I give that wire a good tug before I make sure everything is good, and it seems like it's not moving at all. That means the connection went pretty well. Now I'm just testing the 2 points in diode mode again and make sure it beeps for continuity. I want to make sure that these connections are good to go before plugging it into the computer. Now we're going to give it a good go in the computer, and this is the first test I'm doing to see if it reads, and hopefully fingers crossed I use a USB-C adapter because I'm using a Samsung laptop to read the files on this flash drive. I am careful inserting into the USB-C adapter because it is still fragile. That pin could still break at any time. So I'm going to plug it in and we're going to see if it reads. And the LED is lighting up on that flash drive, as you could tell. It's always a good sign, and boom, we have these folders and files that pop up. Now I'm going to be copying all this to my computer and we should be done. This is it. She will be one happy customer. Well, that is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more.